it offers us a couple of things. It offers us the opportunity to, one, hear the stories. I listened to Dr. Rachel tell her story, and I've heard it before, but I think it becomes more impactful every time she tells a story because it really highlights the opportunity to understand what gut health, improving our gut health can do for us individually. And now we have this new opportunity with an iron supplement that is new to the Plexus product line to be able to help us to continue that conversation around not only talking about continuing the conversation of gut health and extending that exposing people to these different supplements that can continually improve their health, their gut health, but also thinking about some of the other issues that we experience so often as women. So in particularly, if you're a woman of reproductive age or even beyond, you likely have experienced at some point in your health history iron deficiency. So about 35% of women will experience iron deficiency. And so, a third of people is pretty common. So one in every three women are experiencing iron deficiency. And the challenge with that very often is, one, you're kind of told whenever you get that recommendation from your physician, it's usually to say, hey, you need to take an iron supplement. But most people, there's a bajillion iron supplements when you go to the pharmacy aisle or you go to the drugstore aisle, and you see all these different supplements available. And so it's kind of hard to know which one I should take. And I love the fact that Plexus has not only thought about iron deficiency from the standpoint of what we need specifically as women, but also thought about it rooted in the foundation of gut health. So looking at, okay, well, one, why do people not stick to an iron regimen? Iron's hard to take, let's be honest. So most people tend to, if they are iron deficient, they'll take it for a period of time to sort of get those levels back. So when the physician checks their levels again, they're back to normal. They may have more energy. They may not be as sensitive to changes in temperature. And so now they, once we get to that place, essentially at that point, you stop taking iron because no one really wants to take iron. But I think what is so powerful about the iron supplement from Plexus is not only are you able to have an iron supplement to help you consistently, so everything that we're doing consistently with our vitamin supplements is improving our health journey, but the aspect of having this probiotic that is a precision probiotic within the iron supplement to ensure that you actually get the absorption. What's the point of taking supplements if you can't absorb them? And I think that difficulty that people often experience in not wanting to take iron supplements or just sort of figuring like, how can I get it from my food? Because there's no way I'm taking that iron on a regular basis. Now you have the opportunity to not only get the iron, but get the iron absorbed. Because a lot of people can take iron supplements. There's a whole lot of iron supplements you can take over the counter that will give you iron. But the key is the absorption piece. And if your gut health does not allow the absorption of the iron, then it's going to be difficult for you to achieve the benefits. And I think a lot of times that's what we're educating on in the supplement journey, because people are so used to seeing like quick results, like there's an issue right now. And so I need a response right now. I'm tired right now. I need to see that change in energy right now. I'm having difficulty going to the bathroom. I need to see that change right now. And so that's where those prescription medicines come into play. And I get it. There's a time and a place for those. I'm a pharmacist, so I made a career off of prescription medicine. But what I need you to also to understand is that there is a responsibility for us to be able to try to equip our bodies with what we need to be able to actually heal ourselves. The idea that we should be on prescription drugs forever is not something that shouldn't be a normal thought process. It shouldn't be a normal thought process to be like, hey, I'm going to get prescribed this medicine and I'm going to take this medicine for the rest of our life. Most people have no desire to do that. But if we can actually equip our bodies with what our bodies need to be able to do what it's supposed to do naturally, train your body to be able to recover those same things that it's been able to do for us all this time, then that is what actually leads to that longevity of health, that experience of health and vitality that we all want. And I love the fact that we have welcome packs that really encompass all those aspects of thinking about our health and our vitality. When we look at the new pack that was released by Plexus once they launched the iron supplement, the Ironwoman supplement, an additional probiotic on top of that. You have Vital Biome, you have a multivitamin, you have an active supplement to help support that natural progression of energy. So it's thinking about how you can put supplements together to really allow your body the ability to actually maximize the health that it's all that you have within yourself. So I really and happy to address questions too, because I know sometimes we talk about supplementation and we think about supplementation from a place of, well, do I really need supplements? Like, how long do I take the supplement? How do I know if I'm supposed to be on a prescription versus I'm supposed to do a supplement? I always think of supplements like this. Do you brush your teeth every day? I'm pretty sure I would guess that you brush your teeth every day. You don't need a doctor to tell you or a dentist to tell you to brush your teeth every day, because you know that if you don't, what happens? Tooth decay. You know that your teeth cannot be healthy if you do not brush your teeth every day. You learned that a long time ago, and you never questioned it. Never again. You never went back to your mom or to your significant other or to your friends and family. Do I still need to brush my teeth on a daily basis? You never did that. You were told that you had to brush your teeth to help prevent gum disease, to help and manage to prevent tooth decay, to help with gum health, oral health, and then you just brush your teeth for the rest of your life. So in my mind, supplementation is the same way. We need to equip our bodies with what it's supposed to be able to do naturally. Well, we have to give our body the vitamins. So toothpaste is that preventative vitamin. So supplements are those preventative vitamins that help you to have the type of life that you would like to enjoy. I can probably promise you that people are, you don't brush your teeth, people are kind of be like, they'll smile. They might even tell you that, like, oh, can I pass you a mint? No, people may not even tell you that. Just like when you go to the doctor sometimes and they're focused on that one problem because you're going to the doctor to see this one, to deal with this one thing. And you may not even get to some of the other stuff that might be going on because it's not relevant to what your chief complaint might be when you go to the doctor's office. And so a lot of times we don't even have an opportunity to share about the things that we're struggling with in our health because no one's asked us the question. No one's made us feel comfortable enough to talk about it. I mean, I'm joking about the brushing your teeth thing, but no one creates even when you go to the doctor's office, very often an environment is not created for you to share stuff that may be kind of weird, like you're uncomfortable about, like this doesn't feel normal, but I'm not exactly sure what this is. Very often that's not the setup in the healthcare environment. The setup is for you to go in and talk about the thing that either one, it's your annual visit, and so your doctor's checking the boxes, right, of all the things that have to be evaluated at that annual visit. Or maybe you go in because we heard Dr. Rachel's story, her sinuses. So all she's talking about is her sinuses. So what's the physician focusing in on? The sinuses. We're not going to have a gut health conversation. So I think we need to realize that when we have these packages that are so carefully curated for us from Plexus, that they are thinking about the things that may be behind the other stuff you're experiencing, and they're putting those packages together for us, neatly packaged. So they're thinking about, you've got poor energy. So when I'm thinking about this gut health this new iron supplement, I need to be thinking about can you access the iron? So that means you need a probiotic on board. You need a multivitamin on board. I need the active is going to help support that natural energy production that you're also going to get a boost with that iron from. So we're so fortunate to have these packages created for us that thinks beyond just the chief complaint that you might be showing up with. Makes me feel a whole lot better. And so I'll pause here, and I don't see questions, so I'm going to turn it back to Dr. Rachel to kind of close us out for tonight.
I actually do have a question.
Oh.
Okay, great. I'm in. I'm sold. I've always been told I'm anemic. All I want to get is the iron, and that's all I need. Play devil's advocate or shine the light on why having a system is important.
Yeah, so I think when I think about systems for our health, I think not just about supplements are a great opportunity to talk about systems, but I also want to kind of pull from things that you already do in your daily lives that you might be more likely to see as a system. So, for example, your morning routine. I know we talk a lot about morning routines, right? And we say like, oh well, I don't know if I have a morning routine, but every morning you get up, you likely wash your face, you likely brush your teeth, right? And then you put on something, whether it's, if you work from home, you might throw on, a t-shirt and shorts, whatever, or you might actually get dressed up to leave the house. But every morning those actions happen. So there's a few things that you may or may not do, but every morning there's certain things that you can count on. I know I'm gonna get up every morning and I know I'm gonna wash my face and I'm gonna brush my teeth, bare minimum. And I'm gonna also have a cup of coffee too. But everybody's got their things they're gonna do in the morning. So that is a system to help you start your day that triggers your mind to say, hey, I'm starting my day. So similarly, when we think about supplements, if we just think about supplements as a single supplement, it kind of takes us back to the prescription story. It takes us back to this idea of treating the thing that is bothering us right then at the moment, but not identifying the underlying cause of what that thing might be. So everything that we are consistent with in our life is attached to a system. I just talked to you about a morning routine that was pretty simple, and I'm pretty sure everybody does it. But the reason why you do it every day is because it's a system. Similarly, with your supplementation, if we only treat that one symptom, then we likely won't be consistent because we might see some short-term changes. Our energy might go up, and then we're like, oh, I'm good. I don't have to take my iron anymore. And then you stop taking your iron, and then you go back to like, oh, I'm still struggling to go to the bathroom. But you're not making the connection between these different things because you did not link that supplementation to a system associated with better health. Supplements are a system for better health. So if you only take the one thing, then you're taking it's the prescription mindset. It's the sick mind that we have a sick care system. We don't have a health care system. So we treat what doesn't seem to feel well. And so if you only take the one thing, you're focused on the sick care system instead of a health care system. And health gets to the underlying cause and not just the symptom you might be experiencing at that time. Every cause, there's a cause and effect, regardless of what it is. So every time you have a symptom, there's a reason why. And so the point with supplementation in a system is to help you not only stay consistent, but it helps you get to the reason why you're experiencing that one symptom in the first place. Because if you can do a system for your supplements, just like you do a system for every morning when you get up, that's where the consistency and the
Mhm.
compound effect happens. That's where you start to see people like, oh, I mean, she looks great. Her skin's glowing. She has all this energy. She looks like she's lost some weight. When people say those things, it's not because somebody did one thing. It's because they addressed the underlying symptoms of whatever that might have been causing. And so that when you do that, you get this sort of holistic effect and you get a holistic benefit from whatever action you're taking. And in this case, supplementation.
That's so great. Okay, a couple of questions in the chat, and I can actually talk about oh, can you take iron if even though it's not low? What would be the benefit of onboarding Ironwoman if you don't have low iron?
So I think that's, to me, the question about whether or not your iron is low, I think is sometimes we don't always know for sure. So that's always one thing, right? Because the way when you're getting tested for low iron, there's so many different aspects. There's so many different components of your red blood cells that are being measured that it may not show up and present itself as low iron. So there's no harm in taking iron in the way that it in a low dose, in a way that is specifically designed to be delivered in the way that it is with that with iron with the Ironwoman supplement. That so even if you're not quote unquote low, we can never really be too sure of that because we're only looking for certain things, and it's an arbitrary threshold because the threshold that might be present at one health system might be different at another health system. Now, there are obviously, if there's a grave, big, huge difference in certain red blood cell markers that we see in blood panels, then yeah, those are more drastic situations where you're getting more than just a recommendation to go home and take iron. Usually, when you're getting a recommendation to go home and take iron, and they have not specifically prescribed an actual iron supplement to you, it's because it's hit or miss. You could maybe improve it with your food. You can maybe improve it with your diet. So it's iron. We have to think about our measurement when we're thinking about iron. So I always say when people say they're not low, it may not actually be the case.
Okay, and then one last question. Can you explain why Iron Woman might not cause constipation as opposed to other iron on the market?
Yeah, I mean, so that's the beauty of having the precision probiotic built into
Mhm.
the iron supplement. So you have a gentler form of iron based upon the salt form that is present in Ironwoman. And then when you couple that with a specific probiotic that is designed to improve the absorption of iron, it helps to minimize the symptoms that you might experience from taking iron. The reason why people have constipation or iron is difficult is because of the inability to absorb it well. And so if you can improve the absorption of iron, you can then improve or even alleviate those symptoms like constipation.
Yep, so awesome. Okay, I know that we like to be 30 minutes, but this was such good information. I'm going to share my screen really quickly and talk a little bit more about thank you, Dr. Corey. Um, well, can y'all see my screen? No, right? I like to, for those who are um like me and visual learners, I like to show. Okay, so why is Plexus different? And I love that Dr. Corey talked about the system because for me, I was not one, and I will admit, I was not one to take vitamins, supplements. Actually, I was kind of anti supplements before I learned about the uniqueness and the importance of having a gut health regimen, and the one that we provide here at Plexus. Our triplex specifically, which is our most popular combo, and all of our products play into one of these three categories. They help us control our blood, not control, have a healthier blood sugar, helps with glucose metabolism. We have the I stands really for inflammation, but we can't technically say that. But there's a lot of inflammation that comes from having an imbalanced gut. And when you can balance out your gut, you can improve or decrease your underlying inflammation. I know a lot of people are from the school of thought, well, if it doesn't hurt, then I must not have inflammation. And that's totally could not be more wrong. Inflammation we're walking around with that we don't feel technically, but it's working against us in so many ways. And a lot of that is coming from just imbalanced gut, leaky gut, and things that are happening at the gut level. And then fortifying your gut health, meaning you're feeding your good bacteria and fortifying your probiotics. You have a way to get rid of bad and harmful microbes, specifically candida overgrowth, and then things that just work against us. And you are consistently being able to do that. Triplex has ingredients, Slim, ProBio 5, and BioCleanse. They all three of those, when used together consistently, have ingredients that have been clinically proven to heal a leaky gut. A leaky gut is also known as having increased gut permeability, which means things that leak out that should not leak out into your system, they actually do. So that's why triplex is a good foundational combo to start when you're talking about changing your overall wellness, moving into equipping your body to heal from the inside out, and resisting the urge to say, oh, well, I'll just take this iron and I'll have more energy and everything will be great. Because I think the take home message here, and Dr. Corey put it really well, is having a system to be able to fundamentally get to the root cause. And that's what our triplex combo does. There are two types of slim, and the person who invited you can help you select which one will help you meet your goals. The Slim Hunger Control just has a polydextrose, which is a fiber that is bulk forming. So it's not something that is like, oh, this is a diet thing. It just helps with portion control. We all should be getting more fiber anyway, and is working in our favor to help us make better food choices. So it's influencing weight loss in that way. But it actually has all the other components as the other Slim, which is the Slim Microbiome Activating, which for people who have chronic inflammation, people who are suffering, maybe from chronic constipation, IBS, all Crohn's, um, things related to, joint arthritis, I would probably lean more so towards the Slim Microbiome Activating, only because the bulkier fiber, if you're already having those GI issues, it might cause a little more detox and cause a little more bloating and things like that. And then, but the Slim Microbiome Activating, just as with the hunger control, it has chromium for healthy glucose metabolism. It's helping curb your sugar and carb cravings. It's helping feed your good bacteria. It has alpha lipoic acid, which helps with cellular restoration. So just imagine, it has beetroot extract. So our entire product line does not have any artificial sweeteners. They're all plant-based sweeteners, no artificial colors. Everything that you see that has a color is actually getting it from a plant. Then, so that's what that excites me. More so than anything is the integrity and the science behind the products and how they work together synergistically to achieve your wellness goals. Probio 5 is a top 5 most important probiotic strains to help us one of which helps us to get rid of candida. It also has digestive enzymes, and you're basically seeding your good bacteria. So think of it as a garden. You're getting in there and getting your seeds planted, but you also are killing off those weeds, and that's what sets our probiotic apart. It's the way that it's manufactured. It's microencapsulated. It's freeze dried. So it's very similar to the iron. Our probiotic, you'll look on the label and you go, well, it doesn't have a trillion, billion, zillion units or of the probiotics like the other ones I got over the counter. It must not be as good. But it's the science, it's the way that it's designed that helps it actually not need to just empirically throw things and hope it sticks. It's how it's manufactured, how it's designed to actually get to the site of action and start to adhere there and grow there. So very similar to the iron. There's not, you're going to look on the back and you go, oh, this is not a lot of iron. Well, it's a smaller dose because it's higher absorption and the way that it's designed. So that's what another thing I really love about our product line. And we can't end any call without talking about our BioCleanse. So the BioCleanse is our magnesium product with the vitamin C, which again helps the absorption. It has bioflavonoids. And what this is doing is once that probiotic comes in, and it's uh, killing off that bad bacteria, planting those good microbes. BioCleanse helps you come usher the bad stuff out. So it's not just increasing your elimination, it's scrubbing the inside of your GI and helping to really fundamentally get that bad stuff out. So as you think about it as a garden, if you're weeding, seeding, and feeding your gut, And if you can do that consistently 90 days or more, then you're changing the integrity of what's how your body is absorbing your nutrients. You're getting rid of that inflammation from the root cause. You're making better food choices because your sugar and carb cravings are much more manageable, and you're what? Oh, da, 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 da. I lost my train of thought because it's doing so much. It's doing so much. Um, you're setting yourself up to be able to start to notice that you don't have the symptoms. You're having more. What I was gonna say is you're happier because 70 to 80% of your serotonin is manufactured in your gut, and it was that fact alone when I understood that and researched and started to look at during the pandemic why I wasn't underneath, or we weren't all underneath the desk hiding from stress and anxiety, is because we were equipping our bodies and fortifying our gut brain axis because our body was then making serotonin. And so anyway, it was that's really kind of what one of the things. It was a lot of things, but knowing that and learning about the gut brain axis and how the bacteria that you have in your gut dictate how you respond to stress and anxiety, things like that. It was mind blowing to me. So I could go on and on and on about that. But I'll stop sharing there. That I just went over the most popular combo, which is a triplex. I always recommend triplex for everybody, at least for 90 days, 120 days. We do have a 60-day money back guarantee. If for some reason you do become a VIP member, you try out something in, or even a retail customer, you try something that doesn't work, 60 days the company will give you your money back. Again, I don't know how many companies do that or can say that, and I really find that to be a really huge testament to what the company, how the company stands behind the products. And you get a VIP. So I did mention VIP. You become a VIP customer. We hope you do, because it's the best way to get a value on your products. It is $9.95. $9.95 for a VIP membership for the year. That gets you 25% off of retail for anything you purchase. There are no minimums. The 60-day money back guarantee in your referral link. I love that. As a VIP customer, you can get a referral link so you can get free products, and or if you decide cash back for just telling somebody, hey, try this, this is something that has worked for me, try it. So that's how I fell into this whole, I'm gonna get on the Zooms and tell everybody, or share on my social media, because it is a no-brainer. I can't wait to go to convention next month and meet up with all of the ladies around the country that are on this team that I am blessed enough to get to do this with, because it was the community that really kept me going. So to me, it's a win, 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 right? I feel better. I tell people and I help them feel better. And then I have a community of people that I get to share this opportunity with and generate additional income. So it's a win, win, win. Actually, it's more than three wins. Win, 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 win all the way around. So again, thank you, Dr. Corey, for sharing. I always love hearing from you. And get with the person that invited you or shared this link. They will help curate a product combo that will help get you on your journey to help and heal your gut. And come on over here with us in the health and happiness land. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we really appreciate you tuning in. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Dr.
Good
Corey,
night.
Dr. Rachel. Have a good evening, everyone.
Have a good evening.
Everybody, bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
I was trying to stop recording. They moved it. Stop recording. Okay, y'all. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.